see it is a lovely sunny day and it is very hot outside the front of our house. Me and Sophie have just been for a bike ride and we're going to do some gardening in a minute. I say gardening, I mean weeding. But let's go inside and have a look.
And planting.
So
we have finally got a bit of electric.
So our fantastic electrician has made a start. Wow, I say made a start, he's got quite far. So what we've asked him to do is just very, very basic, because actually we don't know, or we still don't know what we're covering, what we are boarding. I don't know what the words are. If my husband was here, he'd tell you. I don't know what the technical words are, but basically we just don't know really what how things are going to look. So we've just asked him for basic electrics at the moment, and then we just want to get switched on is the bottom line. So I'm going to go in here. And you can see we've got some more. And there is our beds. We're not staying in the house. I think I've said in a previous video that the dust in here is just too much, especially for Sophie. It gets on her chest, and we're not doing it. We're staying up the road at the moment, which I can show you again in another video. We've been put up by our lovely neighbours. They've been good enough. Now, we have an update on this crack as well. Someone has been out to look at this structurally, and it's nothing to worry about. It's basically just plaster that's cracked. Because behind here is like the old stone again, and yeah, it's just cracked. It's nothing to worry about. I knew that anyway, but I just wanted to make sure. Well, you can see I'm going to have a light there, and if you see there, look, we've got another thing, and over here the light switch, which will be for here. I'm going to take you upstairs. Nothing's been done upstairs yet, and the reason for that is our electrician wants to speak to us. He's coming out to see us on Tuesday, and we're just going to go over what we're doing up here. And I think we have done plans. We've got plans we sent to the electrician of what the house is going to look like. And you can see he's come up, there's wires coming up there, but what he wants to know is about the insulation. So when he was working here last week, apparently there was a lot of there was a storm and it ripped some of our tiles off the roof, and it was raining in, so he had to fix our roof for us. And I can tell you now that these rooms up here are so hot. When I was talking to him last week, I was just saying, hope you're not too... we've got these lovely little beetles, look, I don't know if you can see them in the video, look, crawling around the window. Apparently when you stand on them they smell like almonds. I don't know how true that is. But yeah. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, yeah, I asked him if he was having any trouble with the spiders, And his response was, no problem with the spiders, but it's very hot. So you can see these cracks are all through the house, and it's basically the plaster coming off the walls. So yeah, oops. We just want the electrics doing. And I'm not going to lie, I thought the electrics were going to be the least of our problems, and I actually thought the septic tank was going to be. I'm not saying the septic tank isn't going to be, that is on the way. This septic tank, actually it's a micro station, and I'm going to tell you now that we haven't got a clue what we're doing. You know, we've watched so many videos on YouTube and got so much inspiration from people doing what we're trying to do, but it always looks so like easy, and I don't mean that's because they're pretending it makes it look easy, or that it's just that things like getting rid of all this kind of stuff here, like this wood, and there's like the room downstairs that's got loads of stones all over, so it's not easy. You can't just get rid of it. There is a process, so you have to go to a déchetterie. I hope I pronounced that right, and in order to be able to use a déchetterie you have to get a permit, and in order to get the permit you need certain paperwork, certain evidence of ownership in a house in France, and utility bills. And we haven't got any utility bills because we have no utilities. So it's just things like that you actually need a little bit of help from your neighbours, and everything that we're getting done is happening because of our neighbours, all helping us.
Again, there's people on YouTube and stuff are probably like really good at it, because there's like some people that just like make like I don't know, like old houses into really good houses.
And I think some people as well have got a lot more experience than we have. We haven't renovated a house before. We don't own a house back in the UK. I think I've said that before in another video. This is the first house we've owned. So yeah, so progress. And I have every faith in our electrician that this is not going to take too much longer now, and that we can start getting in. I'm just going to show you my chair that I bought today. Bricon is called Maximus, and it's. I said I wasn't going to buy anything because everything is getting in our electrician's way. As you can see, we've got stuff here, and I think that's made his life a little bit difficult.
I bought something too. I bought this really old doll who has like a stone face and hands and feet and legs, and she's wearing this very nice dress. So
yeah, so we are on our way to getting electricity. And it just, things just like getting the water switched on. It's not an easy process. And again, we are relying heavily on our neighbours to help us get things sorted. We want to have a wooden structure at the front of the house here, because in the summer, I mean now it is, actually I haven't put the temperature. Let's put the temperature, let's put the thermometer out and see what the temperature's outside. Yeah, that's in here. Let's just put this outside in a minute. Let's just see. Let's give it a minute to warm up. Right, let's give that a minute to warm up. So we want a wooden structure. We want a wooden structure on the front of the house here. Pergola is it called? Coming out and down, because we need to have some sort of shelter here at the front. In the summer it is so hot, we obviously at the back of us we've got another house, This lovely family next door, they've got a big, huge land, so we haven't. So our land just comes out. I'll show you where our land comes out to.
And the thing is, our land is all like gravel and stuff.
Yeah. So our land comes, if you can see where the next door's letterbox is, our land comes out to their letterbox there. And just halfway out into the road, but there's nothing you can do with that. So you can see we've not got a lot. We have got some separate land that we're using up the road somewhere, but attached to the house we haven't got very much land. So we want to have like a wooden structure pergola to be able to sit under in the summer and get away from the heat. And in order to do that, you know, we didn't know if we needed planning permission, or we don't need planning permission for a structure that's under a certain size, which ours won't be. So, and again, our neighbours are helping us with that.
Mummy, it's not only like our neighbours that's helping us, it's our friends like down the road who own a restaurant, because they've like let us stay at their place, and they've also like, the reason why we have the electrician is because
Yes, because they helped us find an electrician. So yeah, so some progress. Just going to shut that door a minute because we seem to have a lot of wasps around at the moment, and then we'll walk down the road, have a quick walk down the road. So we haven't met these neighbours yet. They haven't been out at all since we've owned the house, which is a real shame because I would really like to get in there and have a look at their place. And obviously this is not lived in either. It's Alan's come to cut the grass. Bonjour Alan. Bonjour. Oui, très bien. Merci. Pardon? Oh yeah. Superb. Solaire, I thought the sun was. That's our neighbour. He's lovely. Yeah, hold my hand. Can't see.
Mummy, it's happening.
What's happening?
The floor is starting.
No, it's not, is it?
Look,
Oh.
there's just a little bubble came up. It's not that bad like it was last time. It's still happening. Last time it was really hot, the floor started melting.
Yeah. So there we go. Little bit of progress.
Mummy, are we going to show them the place we're staying at?
We'll film that later. So we're going to go now because we're going to go and do some weeding.
We will be back.
Yep. Thank you for watching again. I am sorry that we're still learning how to record and edit and all that kind of business. But I'm getting there. Just like my French is slowly improving. And I'm going to say one thing: if you're learning French, actually two things are important when you're learning French. Don't be embarrassed to try. And pronounce. You need to pronounce and have the French accent when you speak. It makes all the difference between not being understood and understood. It was very difficult for me to put on the accent, but it has made all the difference.
Can I say something?
Yep.
Thank you for supporting our channel, and thank you for watching For the Love of France.
We'll see you soon. Bye. Au revoir. Au revoir. À bientôt.